How are you doing?
Great. How are you
doing? Good.
I think you guys are maybe top 15, top 20 in the country in third down defense, but fourth down defense obviously has been the issue. Just how do you improve that?
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we could go 80% on third down in a game and 0% on fourth down. And really the down and distances that we were presented with, the same calls are going to be made on third down as fourth down. They didn't do anything different. We just didn't make plays when we needed to, and we have to get it corrected. Of course, we're going to be diligent in doing that. We're going to really challenge our guys, and they played their hearts out for really three and a half quarters, and you don't get it done at the end in that fashion. It really hurts. It bothers us, but we knew we were on a mission, and there's going to be some bumps in the road, and that's certainly a big one. And we're going to work hard, and we're going to get it right.
On some of those passing situations, how do you, as a coordinator, balance rushing 3, rushing 4?
It was a situation where we had been doing that most of the game, and what we saw on film is if you matched up the coverages to the routes, his first instinct was to run. If you watched the Kentucky game, I think he was the leading rusher in the game. Just he didn't have the patience to sit in there and get rid of it. And so he took off a lot and had some big runs against Kentucky. So we opted to show a 4-down look, like we were rushing. And then, we would drop Chris out once he saw the routes matched up, and he took off, and we ran him down several times. It worked great. Probably went to that call one too many times, and certainly I gotta deal with that. But there's no excuse. We're going to get it done.
Where does that loss rank on the worst you've ever had in your career?
Top. Yeah, it's right up there. A national championship game at Grand Valley State, and that are right there. That's bad.
Well, do you allow yourself when you do watch film to say, "Hey, I wish I had done this," or "I wish I had done that"?
Yeah, absolutely. I do that every game, all the time. The bottom line is that the reality is there's really no bad call. If everybody does their job, there really is no bad call. Certainly. Hindsight's 20/20. You wish you would pressure in certain circumstances. You wish you would have dropped 8 in certain circumstances. That exact same call we got a sack on the play before. That was the exact same call. And like I said, I probably went to it one too many times. I'll take that, put it on me. But still, we got to cover guys down the field. We got to put our eyes in the right place, and we still got to find a way to get pressure.
Are you struggling to find a nickelback to be as effective as you want him to be?
No, yeah. Malik's in there. He's doing a great job. He really played well enough for us to win. On Saturday. There's a lot of volume on him right now. We don't spell him much. He's got special teams duties, so we're just got to keep pushing Ab to get in there and give him some relief and give him some breaks.
John, you guys have given up, I think, 5 touchdowns and 8 drives in fourth quarter situations. Is there conditioning? Is it a mental thing? How much are you worried about that your defense's confidence in you?
I'm not worried about that. They got to suck it up. To me, everybody has to take ownership in it. Players, coaches, we all have to have our hand in the responsibility of stopping teams in the fourth quarter. To say that it's fatigue or youth or whatever rationalization you want to put on it doesn't excuse anything. We have to find a way to get it done, and we got to be able to play football. When we have the lead. The Oklahoma game, I certainly attribute the 3 pass interference calls to the aid of those that fourth quarter collapse. This game is really on us and not making plays and having guys in position and just not extending themselves to make the play. I think we got to develop a sense of urgency and practice and impose some scenarios on them, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to get it corrected and move forward.
Do you sense them getting tight in any way? When you look at it on tape, do you look at them in the fourth quarter? I don't know who my defense is compared to this quarter.
I see it just the opposite. I see it as, hey, this is just another down, and really it's not. This is fourth down. All the chips are slid into the middle of the table. You gotta find a way to make a play. You gotta have a sense of urgency. You have to be dialed into the splits of the receivers. You gotta understand when you're pressuring or when you're rushing how important it is that you impact the quarterback. So I see it just just the opposite. I see it as, hey, it's just another down. It's really not. We have to have a greater intensity. We have to have a greater awareness, and we got to certainly find ways to make plays in those situations.
Arkansas's reputation as a smash mouth offense, but you look at their numbers, they're a lot more pass attempts than at least I might have expected.
Yeah, you know, I don't. I think they've been in some situations where it's really required them to do that. I know they want to run the ball, and I know Coach Bielema certainly has come out and stated that, you know, they're going to run the ball, and so we're preparing for that, you know, as we go forward in the week.
John, you don't have Kurt Magid, you don't have Golden.
Yeah.
Does that impact a little bit of what you try to do with your defensive signal calls during the course of the game or even late in the game?
No, you know, no, it doesn't. I mean, we are who we are. We've adjusted to that a long time ago. Mm-hmm. You know, when they first were injured, and we knew we wouldn't have them. So, no, that really doesn't factor in. But,
Coach, I'm sorry.
You try and give guys relief. I don't know if that's what you're asking. You know, you don't hang your nickel out to dry every time. You know, so you bounce some coverages around. You know, to try and keep the offense off balance.
You mentioned pass rush. I mean, what can you do to kind of generate that? You guys had 8 through 4 games. Only, I don't think a defensive lineman has more than 1.
Yeah, it's we're a work in progress. I mean, we got a lot of young players on the field for us, and we're building. We're
How much of that is Kurt, and is Derek getting extra attention?
Yeah, they always know. They always give Derek attention. He's got to find a way to, you know, get to the quarterback, and you know, he's had some nagging type injuries. He's got to have a breakout game. You know, Derek's got to. He hasn't really taken over a game like we had hoped he would. You know, at this stage, but certainly without Kurt on the other side, they can certainly focus and put more attention on him with the back helping or the tight end nudging, things like that they can't do if there's 2 guys on the edge. You know.
This is probably going to be the first team you guys see that runs more of a kind of smash mouth offense that uses fullbacks and multiple tight ends.
Yeah, they do, and they do a good job. You know, the thing for us is that it's pretty foreign. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys noticed, but last week when we got 12 personnel, we played nickel. Mm. This week, there's no way. They'll knock you out of the stadium if you do that. So we got to play base. So we're going to have some young guys in there. Yeah. And it's going to be – I tell you, with the formations and the things that they do, if you want to just run 2 coverages and 2 pressures, you better be on point.
How ready are those young guys, especially? I think he was going to ask Austin, you know, and guys like that, strong side linebackers, the guys are going to have they haven't. How
you know, Austin's going to be a really good player. I mean, he's really a talented young man, but you know, he's going to be thrown into the fire, and he's going to be in the deep end of the pool with no life jacket. Mm-hmm. So he's got to figure it out soon. Mm-hmm.
Is it him and Kenny?
Yeah, him and Kenny. Him and Kenny at the Sam linebacker position, and we've already begun extra meetings with both those guys to get them ready, and it's going to be interesting.
Thanks.